The Nightbeat starts right now.
I feel for him, but I just also want justice to be served for Jacob.
A Schertz man was murdered and his body found 18 months later. Now the family of Jacob Dubois is taking comfort in knowing someone has finally been charged 2 years later.
Never did I dream this many people would be here to say goodbye.
An end of an era, but with memories that will last a lifetime. We take you to the final hours of the pig stand. And we spoke about it nearly a year ago, the Crown Act, which aims to end hair discrimination for all hairstyles and textures. And now there's a push for it here in San Antonio, the latest, and the barriers still in the way to getting it passed. Up first and new on the Nightbeat, 2 years ago, Jacob Dubois, a 22-year-old from Schertz, disappeared. A friend who police have long suspected in connection with that case was formally charged with his murder earlier this month. Tonight, Dubois' mother agreed to speak with the Night Team's Garrett Berger for the first time to talk about getting closer to closure.
Sylvia Dubois still warms at the memory of her younger son, Jacob Dubois.
He could walk into a room and that big smile that he has could light up a room.
But now, that smile only exists in photographs. Dubois was last seen alive on March 7, 2021, on his way to meet his friend, Ethan Beckman. Dubois' body wasn't found until September 2022, a year and a half later.
This validated that he wasn't coming home.
Shortly after Dubois disappeared, police checked that same friend's car. Inside, they found blood and a spent round on the passenger side. They arrested Ethan Beckman for tampering with evidence. But an official murder charge only came down a few days ago, on March 2nd, when a grand jury indicted him. A bittersweet milestone for Dubois' family.
We realize we have a loss, but at the same time, we're just happy that we finally are getting to a point where hopefully we'll get Jacob some justice.
Sylvia Dubois says her son had a future ahead of him. Jacob planned to go to college, she says, and marry his girlfriend.
He ordered a ring, and a week after he disappeared, the ring came to my house.
Ethan Beckman has been here in the Guadalupe County Jail for nearly 2 years now himself. Dubois' mother feels bad for him, too.
Even though he took my Jacob, he's still somebody's child.
But she also wants justice for her son, because there may be charges, but there is not yet closure.
Not until the sentencing, until this trial is all over and done with.
In Schertz, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT12 News.
Take a look at other stories we've been following today. A man trying to stop several suspects from taking his car is recovering in the hospital tonight after being shot on the south side. That shooting happening just after 1:30 a.m. on Roosevelt Avenue near East South Cross. San Antonio police say the 28-year-old car owner grabbed a gun to confront the suspects at his car. That is when one of the suspects allegedly shot him, but he was able to return fire until he was hit in the leg. He was taken to the hospital. Police are still looking for the suspects who took off. A driver is facing charges in connection with a highway crash that landed them in the hospital and injured several others, including a 6-year-old child. That crash happened just after 8 p.m. on North Loop 1604. That's not far from Bandera and West Hausman roads. San Antonio police say the driver in a Tundra hit a Honda as it was merging lanes. That caused the Honda to run into the back of a Chevy Silverado. The Tundra then crashed into the concrete median. All the people inside the Honda, including that 6-year-old child who broke his arm, were taken to the hospital. The Tundra driver was found with a suspended license and is now facing charges. A man found shot and injured in a West Side parking lot has links to a bar fight and shooting, according to San Antonio police. That shooting happened around 2 a.m. on Frio City Road near Highway 90. Police say 2 men left a nearby bar, got into a fight with another person. That led to a shootout in the street. A security guard from the bar returned fire, hitting one of the suspects. That suspect found a few blocks over and taken to BAMC. Police are still looking for the second suspect tonight. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies are still asking for your help finding a 16-year-old girl who was last seen on Wednesday. Here she is, Zariah Hernandez. She was last seen in the 2000 block of Cottonwood Way. That's near Wiseman Boulevard and Loop 1604. She is described as 5 feet 4 inches tall with brown hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information on her location is asked to call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. That number on your screen, 210-335-6000. And let's take a quick look at the weather out there. Another warm one, but we are expecting some changes in the other direction, Sarah.
We really are, Tim. You know, this past weekend, today we saw 85. Yesterday we were in the 90s. Spring break, for the most part, is going to be cooler than average. And maybe even by this time this next weekend, downright cold and potentially even damp as well. But first, let me take you through the day today. We got up to 85 degrees for the high. That's 12 degrees above average. No rain for us. Right now, though, it's much more comfortable. It's 67. It is very breezy, gusts up to 24. That's colder air moving in from the north. So here's what you need to know, and we'll talk more in detail about it in a bit. But tomorrow and Tuesday, cooler in the 60s. By midweek, it will be warmer, a little bit more pleasant, but there is a chance for storms on Thursday. And by the weekend, as I mentioned, much colder, potentially in the 50s with some rain possible on Sunday, too. I'll tell you which day of spring break may be best for outdoor activities. And of course, we'll take a more in-depth look at those rain chances as well. Tim.
Just a little bit, Sarah. Thank you. Happening now, parts of North St. Mary Street are closed tonight, along with East Ashby Place. Those closures will last until Tuesday, March 14th. Drivers can expect detours to East Dewey Place, McCullough Avenue, and East Mistletoe. Contractors will be working 24 hours around the clock to pave sections of St. Mary's. For more information on those closures and any others happening around this week, just head over to KSAT.com. Well, that's it. After over 100 years, the Pig Stand served its final meal today. Customers flocked to the diner for one last bite. The night team's Camelia Juarez tells us what the Pig Stand meant to San Antonio.
How would you like your egg?
The retro feeling of walking into the Pig Stand, the checkered tile, the jukeboxes, the pigs.
Your orders will be out shortly.
Decades of memories San Antonio experienced with the diner.
I used to come here with my dad when they'd have car shows and stuff, so we used to come when they had the big donut.
Generations of families sat in these red seats, and Sunday was the last time to enjoy it.
I wish I could order everything they had.
There was a line of people out the door. At one point, the staff locked the door to keep people from pouring in.
Never did I dream this many people would be here to say goodbye.
The once waitress, now owner, Mary Ann Hill, says although she's sad to see the diner close, she says it's what's best for her health. The developer Gray Street Property purchased the property.
I don't think there's an old diner that could match us. Yeah, guys doing good?
Hill wants customers to know one thing.
I just want to say thank you.
Now the pigs, the antiques, all of that stuff inside the store is going to be available for auction on April 1st here in the parking lot, and all of the money is going to go towards supporting the Pig Stand staff. Camelia Juarez, KSAT12 News.
The World Affairs Council of San Antonio will be awarding the winner for the annual International Citizen of the Year Award this week. This year's winner is Wahida Kara. She's known in San Antonio for her social justice work for more than 35 years now. Originally from Bangladesh, her family left when she was small and eventually settled right here in San Antonio. Her experience as a child refugee had a profound impact on her work locally, as she is a part of more than 24 organizations, projects, and committees. She says volunteering in any small or big way will always contribute to the world.
Whatever happens locally always has a global effect. And we have to remember that. Never underestimate the time that you can give to service. Your 30 minutes could actually have a rippling effect and actually change somebody's life.
The World Affairs Council will present the award at a dinner at the Tobin Center for Performing Arts this Wednesday. Happening tomorrow, our own RJ Marquez will be live from South by Southwest up in Austin. He's going to be showing us all the local talent participating in the conference, from film to tech to music. You'll also find live streams of our coverage online and on our YouTube page. To make sure you subscribe to that so you don't miss any of it. Officials are urging people to evacuate in parts of California tonight after a series of unrelenting storms is leading to a threat of more flooding, landslides, and mudslides. President Biden saying the state has the full support of the federal government as an emergency has been declared there. ABC's Lionel Moyes shows us what's in store for the week ahead as more rain is expected.
Floodwater flowing like a fast-moving river in the town of Watsonville in Northern California, near where there was a 100-foot wide breach in a levee on the Pajaro River.
The city of Pajaro, or the community of Pajaro, is flooded.
Cars halfway submerged as water fills the streets. The levee broke overnight, stranding some drivers. The California National Guard helping first responders pull them to safety. The Monterey County Sheriff says they've had to conduct more than 90 rescues.
We've done 15 to 20 rescues by boat. We even rescued a man floating down one of the areas in a tube with his pet on top of him.
Authorities are urging about 8,500 people to evacuate. 11 so-called atmospheric rivers hit the west this winter. More than a foot of rain has fallen in the past week. All of the rain triggering this rock slide in Big Sur, forcing portions of Highway 1 to close. In higher elevations, it's been the snow. Lake Tahoe getting 32 inches since Thursday.
People who have been here for a very long time have said this is more snow than they've ever seen.
In South Lake Tahoe, the rain is falling on top of a massive snowpack. That same system expected to trigger severe weather across parts of the south before moving into the northeast.
That'll trigger a storm along the coast for Monday, Tuesday along I-95. A nor'easter developing here, mostly a wet snow and rain along I-95, but another heavy wet snow event with high accumulations inland.
Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead on the Nightbeat, ending hair discrimination is turning out to be a long battle both nationally and here locally. But we'll show you the group of inspiring young women who are up for the challenge. And the Spurs continued their 6-game homestand against the Thunder tonight. Andrew Seeley has all the highlights as well as a look at the Texas teams in this year's March Madness as this very strange post-Oscars edition of the Nightbeat continues.